And Craig Breslow joins us this morning. Hey, Craig, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Great. One of those things that happens every once in a while where you got a guy like Chris Sale on your roster, and then he goes elsewhere and is off to a pretty good start.
Yeah, I had no idea that you might bring this up today. Look, Chris is he's a really good pitcher. I think we've seen that for a long time. And I think he has strong relationships, strong connections here. Obviously, we're on the losing side of the game last night, and he was pretty dominant. But I think, like we've talked about throughout the last few months, this is a trade that we had to make because I feel like it improves the long-term outlook of the team. And here we are. It's one that I'd make again.
Why? I don't understand. You'd make the same trade again, knowing that what Vaughn Grissom is and what Sale has been so far this year?
Yeah, I mean, I think what Vaughn Grissom is a guy who can play second base every day, guys who's hit his entire career and will hit in the big league. I don't think we're in a position to be able to evaluate this trade right now. I think, Chris is off to a great start to the season, and he's a really good pitcher, and he's been a really good pitcher in this league.
Craig, it's clear that your bats do need to be better when it comes to this team. Do you think that the offense is still trying to figure out their groove, or do you think we kind of know what we have here?
No, I think it's fair to say that we still have some guys that are trying to settle in, figure out just exactly who they are. Some young guys have stepped up, but certainly there's some volatility to the lineup. We've seen that, last couple of days, left a bunch of guys on base and runners in scoring positions specifically. And we're also trying to work through some injuries and trying to kind of put things together in a way that gives us the best chance to win games. But I think Alex and the coaching staff are working really hard. I think the players are working really hard, taking extra work. And, I think we're still quite a ways away from seeing exactly what those guys are.
Craig, I just look at I'm sorry, just to go back. I know we're not going to evaluate the deal in its totality now. It's in its infancy. If Chris Sale is healthy, he's one of the best pitchers in baseball. I mean, Vaughn Grissom's ceiling is nowhere near the best second baseman in baseball.
Sure, but I don't think that's the only way to evaluate the trade, right? I think we have 6 years of control over Vaughn, as compared to that not being the case. And I'm, not here to say that Chris isn't one of the best pitchers in baseball, but I think, given everything that we knew at the time, given everything that we know right now, that's a trade that makes the Boston Red Sox better over the next 6 years. And I'm constantly trying to balance, what's in front of us with a longer-term vision and strategy that we're trying to execute here.
So financially is really the reason, right? I mean, that you get the guy that's under your control versus a guy that was making over $30 million a year who was injury-prone.
No, I don't think finances were the driver here. Like I said, I think what it is about trying to improve the longer-term outlook of the team. I think we've been pretty outspoken about not being willing to sacrifice future wins for now wins, and I think in this situation, holding on to Chris is what that would have been.
Craig, this team currently has 13 players on the injury list. Tyler O'Neill yesterday or the day before said it was crazy, and he definitely can't remember experiencing that many players. Is there, in your mind, is that just bad luck, or is there you reevaluate the way guys are getting ready in Florida? I mean, what's your perspective on it?
Yeah, I think this situation, it invites scrutiny and requires us to take a look at how we're doing everything. I'm one who believes that nothing is bad luck until you've eliminated all other possibilities. So we'll look at our programming, our workloads, guys' routines and strength and mobility and movement quality and make sure that we're doing everything we can to keep guys healthy. We're not the only team that's going through this, though it seems like we maybe have gotten a bit worse than others. But I think to your point, it doesn't do us any good to simply say that it was bad luck and dismiss it. I think, we need to have open conversations with our medical staff, with our performance staff, and make sure that we're not missing anything here.
You did get Pivetta back, and not his best start yesterday, but do you contribute that to the fact that he hasn't had any starts since for over a month?
Yeah, I think most important is he feels good. He's back on a major league mound. On the road against Sale in Atlanta, maybe not the ideal return from the IL, but the stuff looked pretty good. Execution off a bit, but like I said, coming out of the game, he said he felt really good. He's looking forward to the next one. So I think we'll be in good shape there, and there should be others that are getting healthy as well. Obviously, they in the right direction.
We're kind of losing you.
Craig?
Just in time. Just in time for my follow up.
Yes.
Yeah, I have my follow up to last week coming. But Curtis, you look like you had a question.
Oh, I was just quarter poll here, Craig. Where are they? Is the team about where you thought they would be? Exceeding expectations or falling short? Where do you have this team about quarter of the way through the season?
Yeah, I think in certain spots where we're exceeding expectations. I think in others we still have plenty of work to do. I think we're trying to figure out the best lineup to run out there, the best defensive alignment. Obviously moving Cedon over to shortstop has stabilized things a bit. Now that Vaughn's back, we'll get the chance to write his name into the lineup every day. Trying to figure out the first base situation. But, I think, and I've said this since we started playing games, fortunately at this point, we don't really have to compare ourselves to expectations. We can compare ourselves to reality. And we've got some work to do. There's no question about that.
All right, you've had some time to think about it and follow up from me. And I need to. It's been driving me crazy for a full week. Same with Curtis. Your other two favorite bands.
So I can assure you that I have thought about my favorite bands less than you guys have over the last week. So I still don't have it. I still don't have an answer. And
wait a second.
And I'm gonna wait till next week.
Is that possible? I know. We were wondering if you were waiting for analytics or something. Like what? I don't understand.
Yeah, I'm waiting for a model to tell me the bands that I like.
How about this, Craig? Favorite Adam Sandler movie?
Happy Gilmore.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
There we go. We're back.
All right, Craig. Well, thank you for taking the time. We appreciate it.
No problem. Thank you.
All right, that is the Red Sox front office report with Craig Breslow.